So it has been about a day now that we have heard level 16 be announced, as well as an update that is coming up soon. And after all the noise has kind of settled down a little bit and people have reacted the way they did, the most common question that I have seen this last day from all of you guys in the comments on my video and on social media is, should we be upgrading our cards? Should we upgrade? Should we save our resources? What is the best play in this scenario to get the most value out of what we have, essentially? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be answering that question to the best of my ability. We have now gathered some more information from a lot of people with a brain to kind of help answer this question. So OJ uploaded a video earlier today, one of the largest Clash Royale creators, as I'm sure you guys know, where he said don't upgrade anything for now. But then look at this comment he pinned from Abdud. By the way, guys, big shout out to Abdud. Absolutely love this guy's content. He's been blowing up recently in the Clash Royale community. Says it's important to note upgrading champions is likely worth it even with elite wild cards. I don't think 15 champions will cost less than 8,000 gems. Use your book of books and elite wild cards on them. It's safer. So we'll see what some people are saying. Maybe put the max book value, maybe put the max value book input, not upgrade because of gold cost changes. I don't know, sounds too good to be true. Either way, you'd break even if 6,000 gems were the same as the champions needed for level 13 to 14. So I want to get into this deeper and explain why, guys, champions are the best thing to upgrade. And then I'm also going to explain why, guys, this level 16 update is actually not as bad as it seems, except for people that already maxed. People that already maxed are getting screwed over, basically. But it's pretty much good for everyone else. And I'm going to get into all that in this video now that we've had a lot of time to kind of reflect and analyze everything. So basically, guys, look at the common cards. Do you guys see for the common cards, look at this massive reduction. Look at this, guys. You can see this is from Royale API. So if this is inaccurate, don't shoot the messenger. This is what Royale API posts, and they're very trustworthy. Look at the reduction, guys. The before and after difference for the common cards. That is such a large difference. Minus 39,000 required that you need to upgrade a card to 16. And then look at this, guys. Look at the before and after as well for the rare cards. As you guys can see, minus 8,500. That's still a huge, that is a large percent knocked off. And then same with the epics as well. Going from 2,900 to 597. Oh my gosh, that reduction is insane. But then look at where it gets kind of... Pay attention to this. Do you see the legendaries, guys? Do you see how it goes from 76 to 68? Only minus 8. So now we're getting to the point, okay, that's only 10% less. But then it gets even worse at champions. Champions, guys, are probably going to be the scariest thing after this update. Look at the champions, the before and after. It's going from 44 to 42. So the after, I repeat, the after, guys, is being reduced by not even 5%. It's literally going from 44 to 42. And the books are getting removed. That's the issue, guys. That is why the champions are going to be good to upgrade. So this post also goes into a lot of detail. I thought it was pretty good. New level 16 progression, what you should keep and how to move forward. Should I use my books? Figure this is the best place to start. Your books give equal value to your King Tower level. That means that you can use a book to get a card from 13 to 14. You could spend it or save it as long as your King Tower level is 13. If your King Tower level is 14 or 15, holding onto your book is better value than a level 14 card. If your King is too lower than an upgrade, use the book. The exception to this note is book of books. If you use your book to get a level 14 champion, that's giving you 8 champion cards of value under the new progressive system, while saving the book could result in 6,000 gems at King 15 under undetermined value in the new system. And even though the King +1 is your equivalent mark, you may wish to use them before and not spend the gold to actually level up. If Epic 14 costs 200 cards and your book gives 200, but the 14 only costs 100 after the update, you may generate a free 100 epics of value that carry over towards 15. If this is the case, then King level 15 will save all books and King 14 should only save common books. Should I use wild cards to upgrade before or after? Wild cards will be more valuable after the update. A level 14 common will cost 5,000 right now. while the same will be 3,500 after the update. I assume if you got a level 12 knight with 8,000 cards, enough to get 14, it will continue to be a level 12 knight with 8,000 cards. But you'll only need 6,000 and save 2,000 knight cards progress towards level 15. Don't upgrade to 11 or above. Gold, the same goes for gold itself. Don't spend it. Upgrades for same level will be cheaper by 40%. Current 13 is about the same as the upcoming 14. Current 14 is about the same as new 15. Then level 16 costs 120,000 while Elite Wildcard 15 is free. Should I buy the Elite Wildcard with gold? I'd consider it a card progression, up to you if you feel like you need gold or cards more or gems. See the next section. And then Elite Wildcards inserted into level 14 cards will carry over progression. So if you're halfway done with your level 15 progress for Knight, you'll be granted half of your level 15 Knight progression under the new system. Otherwise, they'll convert to gems, indeterminate value, depending on if you value gems or progression. It's really up to you if you wish to empty your Elite Wildcards into a card before the update rolls over, since we don't know the gem value. So this would be where you should put your Elite Wildcards, I would say, into Champions, in my opinion. It may be worth dumping any unused Elite Wildcards into Champion, since it will convert to Champion level 15 progress. See, Champions, guys, are the way to go. What should I know after the update? A level 15 Champion from 0 is cheaper than a level 14 previously, 27 versus 31. If we include Champion to Elite Wildcard conversion, a 16 is cheaper than a 15 by 1.5 cards, 42 versus 43.5 given 4,000 Elite Wildcards per champ. A level 15 Legendary will be slightly more expensive than a 14, currently 48 versus 43, counting Elite Wildcard conversion. A 16 will be cheaper than a 15, 68 versus 76.3. So going into all the nitty gritty, I don't know if we need to read every single thing here, but if you see how much thingies will I need to max a new card, you can see for the Champions, it's still, like I mentioned, it's still quite a lot. It's only going down 2. So it's more or less the exact same, which is different than all the others. And a lot of people before used their books to upgrade their Champions, and books are going away because of how difficult they were. So basically, those of us hoarding golden cards are getting a huge boost when the economy changes happen. Depending on how you're looking at it, level 14, 15, way easier, maxing a card harder. You'll definitely have a nice boost if you got unfulfilled available level ups, like in your minion horde was level 10 with 12,000 cards, but I doubt you're going to be able to get a level 16 deck immediately unless you're stacked on books, although the books are going to go to gems, so we really don't know for sure. But this is what people are saying. Champion card will be more difficult to acquire without books. Might be a good idea to use your Elite Wild card on a level 14 champion. I was thinking the same thing. Max out champions first. Otherwise, you'll need cards for both the 15 and 16 upgrades. And the original poster even says great call. So pretty much, guys, the general consensus is champions are the safest bet. There's going to be no risk to upgrading a champion, in my opinion. And it's probably the best place to use your Elite Wild cards. And I wanted to show you guys this post because this might, in a way, be a nice counter argument to people saying this update is better for free-to-play players and people are overreacting. And I actually didn't even overreact, in my opinion. I feel like I've been very objective so far since the announcement of this update. So I want just to show you guys this post for some food for thought. Why level 16 is worse than it looks. So in all the graphs, they may make it look like it's easier to level up now that Elite Wildcards are removed. Wrong. The difference is we used to actually get the thing required for level 15, Trophy Road, Rank, Overflow cards, but we don't get a compensating reward now that level 15 and 16 will require tons of extra wild cards. Overflow will now give you crystals, which can only be used for cosmetics, and I doubt they will give us a lot more wild cards now that level 15 and 16 require them, not even mentioning the extra gold. Don't fall for the brainwashing. Be aware they have the marketing psychology teams working overtime to manipulate you. They 100% assured that this will bring in more money first and foremost. So this is the thing, guys, I don't see a lot of content creators mentioning, and this guy is completely spot on. The Elite Wildcards prior to them being removed in this update could actually be used on other cards to help you progress, but now, well, with this, the crystals aren't really doing anything. And then people aren't also mentioning the nerf that potentially the lucky drops are going to be getting as well because Elite Wildcards were typically in them. So there's a lot of unanswered questions we still don't know all the details of, and I think these things kind of flew under the radar a little bit. So just some food for thought. And this is the other thing as well. The argument could be made. I'm still a little sick, got a cough. But anyway, The argument could be made, guys, that yes, this update technically is better for free-to-play players because as you can see from this graph here, that when you're comparing the old levels to the new levels, I mean, look at this. Yes, it's true. You need less work to obtain these new levels, right? This is kind of what, the point of this is to kind of show that. And he's saying this is a massive injustice to us that have already upgraded our cards that did it the hard way. Supercell compensate us and the update will be fine. Don't, it'll just be a new level, not a distribution. So maybe there is something they could do to try to make it more fair to people that have already maxed everything out or at least have maxed out a lot of level 15 cards. I mean, that might be a way to kind of make more pay-to-win players, I guess you could say, not as angry. And also, I mean, this post kind of makes it seem like, wait, hold on a second. Maybe, hold on. Maybe we need to wait until we have all the details before we can really judge if this is a good or a bad update. And at the moment, it really is a bit subjective, I feel like. But anyways, guys, with that, that's going to be it for the video. Got this scratch on my nose because I was putting together my second bedside table next to my bed and then scratched it. But anyway, yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. And you can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. And if you guys agree with me that champions are the best thing to upgrade and everything else I've talked about. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.